And then what else do we have to do?
I move we approve the consent agenda, which includes the minutes from the March meeting, which I was there, so seems so long ago.
All right. Is there a second?
A second?
All right. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right. All opposed say no. No. All right. Next item is, I forgot my notes.
Hangar rental rates.
Hangar rental rates.
Maybe just grab one and pass it. One for Chuck. The last time we looked at rates was in 2016, and at that time, the fuel rate was increased, and I felt this would be a good time with the new hangar potentially are gonna start construction here, at least to review it. But at that time, the fuel went from 36 up to 46, I believe it is, and it was 2012, the last time we actually raised anything on the hangars themselves. 2004, when the airport was built, there were north and south facing hangars were $100, then in 12, south facing went up to 120, and they have not changed since. And then also, we're gonna need to establish rental rates for the new hangar. And I know, Tom, you were saying that we definitely would like to keep at least one of those for either daily or weekly, monthly. So we would need to also establish what rate that would be.
I mean, if we have an open one that's not rented out or leased out for the year, I say why not try to lease it out on
We do periodically get people that come in and want to rent a hangar for 1 or 2 or a weekend or a week, so.
Yeah, makes sense.
Obviously, we don't have to act on this tonight. I don't know if you'd like to see a survey, what other airports are charging in the area. You know, that's what we did last time around. Or just go off of what we have and
What does... So on a leased one, would that come out, would we just break down a regular on a daily rate, or?
Yeah, I don't know.
And then put a little premium on it?
It doesn't come out to be.
I'd be one of the last to know anything about it, but it would make sense to have, you know, like a graduated, like daily or weekly, but, you know, not get too far out with length, because then you might as well rent it out or lease it for the year.
So basically, at $120 a month, if you divide that by 30 days, that's $4 a day.
that'd be pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
I'd say about 30 or 35 bucks a night's gotta be about ballpark for a hangar.
Thanks. Mm.
Most places actually charge about that for a tie down, you know, or 15 bucks for tie downs. We don't charge anything for tie downs.
We do not charge for tie downs. It'd be pretty tough.
Yeah, you'd have to be out there every day and, yeah.
Like
Well, you'd have to have an operator.
We would, correct.
I give our police department officer something to do.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, there's.
Hey, I go out there every night. There's a lot of running area for Jerry.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, you know,
I would say
reasonable.
30 bucks a day would be a pretty cheap hangar.
If they'd want to go for, just say if somebody wants it for a month, we want to establish that also.
Yeah,
I
maybe
mean, I agree, I think,
nightly, weekly, monthly.
yeah,
Yeah, I wouldn't want to go any longer than that.
No.
weekly,
Would you put a
What's
limit on
30
how
and
many
7?
times they can extend that?
well, you think if they'd want, I mean, they're gonna be obviously paying a lot
More
more.
than a regular?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question. What happens with somebody who has a cabin up here for the 3 months? Doesn't need it year round.
mhm.
Could put a cap of 3 months on it then, just for that sake.
Yeah, because there's that guy that has that Cirrus that he's here basically 3 months, 4 months out of the year because he has a cabin by Richmond. Lives down in Olivia.
$200 a month?
Oh, that's that doctor.
Yeah.
He has a place on, right.
Yep.
Yeah, he flies here, St. Cloud, that's right.
Him and his wife are both physician assistants for Central.
My wife works with her at St. Cloud.
Yep.
Yeah.
And especially when there's severe weather, he's always looking for a hanger.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Especially with a Cirrus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
right. So you could easily do something like that.
Did you throw out a number too, or?
Oh,
It'd be, what's 35 and 5, 150 a week? Gives you 2 free nights, 150 a week, 300 a week, month. I don't know. That's pretty cheap, 300 bucks a month. I mean, that's what, maybe $1,000 for 3 months? I guess that's not too far a line.
No.
Sounds reasonable to me. Either they'll,
But if he pays the if he pays the $1,000 for 3 months, he
Yeah.
might as well just rent it for the other 2 for
well,
1,200.
that's,
Or the
If
other,
he's an empty one, yeah, you're right.
the other 9 months for.
well, the idea is to
Maybe you just make it 250-ish then.
force people into the yearly leases,
Yep.
rather than having them sit, empty. Have that.
250?
Maybe go 250 then, 250, so otherwise, yeah. 250 and 10, that's 2,500, that's twice as much that we get for hanging already.
Yeah.
I don't know if it matters, instead of doing monthly billing, do we do a yearly thing with a 10% discount if they pay for a year up front or anything of the
We do
sort?
not. We've been asked about that a number of times. It definitely makes the billing a lot easier when they pay by the year
Mm-hmm.
And up front.
and upfront, yes.
So our lease rate is cheap enough, but they're still asking for more?
Well, maybe the point is you raise the rate a little bit and give the
Yeah.
10%.
Yeah. Yeah?
I like it. So yes, currently the south facing ones we're at 120, so it'd be 150. One thing we gotta remember with our contracts, if we establish this, let's say, July 1st, we can only raise it as the contracts come due on their 2nd anniversary. So everybody is not gonna get it on July 1st. It's- Contracts are written that way, so that's,
Mm-hmm.
so some people it'll be almost immediately, others it'll be 2 years before they actually see the increase.
I think that's a good idea, raise it to provide some incentive to bring that back down to where they were close.
Sure, probably make accounting easier.
Mhm.
Pay for a year at a time.
Yeah, and then you're not billing all the time either.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you'd say 150 and give them a 10% discount, so it'd be 135 if they'd pay up front.
It's
So that-
15 per, and that'd be on the south side, so it'd be $15 more per month.
Right.
120, I'm just trying to, look at
I'm
increase.
just talking out loud, I
Yeah,
guess.
exactly. I don't have a clue what hanger rank goes for.
I guess-
Like Olivia or something with a similar size airport with the same runway.
Do you want me to do a survey? I can
kinda
call
curious.
and bring it back.
You-
to
I don't know.
Might as well, we got time.
Is it Litchfield free rent?
I thought really? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Litchfield has all, they're all private hangars.
Oh, is it all private hangar? So it must be free
So they
land.
get free land.
Oh, free land, okay.
Correct, Chuck?
I think that's the way it is.
Hmm.
I knew they had something free out there.
Sure. Oh, I have no idea.
Well,
I don't know, what's Bruton have? They have hangars, but I don't think they have.
John, you have any idea?
I don't on Bruton, not sure. I think Alexandria is 150 a month for for their smaller ones.
Yeah.
They're the ones furthest away from the runway. I can find that out too, on what they charge for the
Sure. If you want.
premium ones.
All right.
And I can dig around on Bruton too. I think I know, the guys at work knows, a couple of guys over there that have a hangar.
Okay. Any other information we want?
Sounds good.
All right.
See what's out there.
All right. On to old business. T-hanger project.
Chuck, you.
Yeah, the T-hanger project, excuse me, I think as the commission's aware, we did open bids on that. The bid did come in fairly high. The civil work and the footings came in at $479,513. The actual 10-unit T-hanger came in at $755,000. So since then, that exceeded what we had for allotment for our federal entitlements. So we've been working with the low bid Voss Plumbing and Heating, and we're able to get to where it was feasible to do with the grant dollars we have. Basically what we're looking at doing is reducing it from a 10-unit to an 8-unit T-hanger, and then eliminating, the interior partition walls. Originally had planned to have liner panel on both sides. We're just gonna eliminate it on one side now. So everything will still be separate. It's just on one side you'll see the studs rather than having to have a liner panel. So with those reductions, we were able to reduce the cost about $155,000, which puts us in line with where our federal entitlements are. So at the last meeting, the council authorized to move forward with that. We are in the process of finalizing the change order with Voss on that, and then our grant request will get submitted to the FAA and MnDOT for our federal and state grants for the project. So.
Good.
And so when would groundbreaking be?
I don't have a firm, if I had to predict, it's gonna be July or in August,
Also not that far away.
Oh, wow, that's really close.
so. I should say that's contingent upon how fast they turn the grant agreements around, so.
Sure.
So this year though, we're not talking.
Or at least footings in this year then.
Yep, that'd be the goal.
But obviously, there will be no heated hangers here. It was one of our,
Not plumbed for it either?
we will have gas to the units.
Okay.
Through the building,
To the building.
yeah.
Okay.
So
if
somebody
someone wanted
could-
to pull it in, they could pull it in and put a little space heater in there.
Correct.
And then, I suppose if they were on the unfinished side, they could probably put some insulation in between the steel beams.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not a bad idea then, not finishing it.
Yeah. There was question on that, Chuck, what about the doors if somebody wants to heat their hanger?
Yeah, the doors would not be insulated right now. So I'd have to look into how they would insulate
Right,
those.
just to-
All right. Airport fly-in, August 11th. Have we decided on times for that?
That's what we're here for.
All right. What times should we do?
Well, it's a Sunday, right?
Yep.
So most people get rolling out of church-ish around what, 10-ish, 10:30?
Some go later.
Yeah, because I think ours is 9.
Well, it's
so
just, I
around
know,
10:30.
a lot of some change their services in the summertime now, so I'm not really sure.
Past fly-ins, we've always started at 7:30.
That's early.
It is early.
Have they usually been on a Sunday?
They've always been on a Sunday, yes. Yeah, that's not to say that obviously we can change it. That's,
I wouldn't mind moving it a little bit later. 7:30 is early.
If
Flying from
If we move it back later, you probably have a bigger town crowd. Then you wouldn't be stuck having to do a breakfast. You could do a burger, hot dog thing or brat and ditch the breakfast part of it. And do something a little different than a breakfast.
Could do that.
Yeah.
Might be easier to get it prepared. So with the food too, since we're kind of talking about that, Rachel Hoppy didn't feel comfortable doing it. She just felt like she didn't have the equipment for it. But I think at that point, we were still talking about doing a breakfast. So, just to help get the ball rolling, when I applied for our food licenses for the PD's fundraiser coming up here this week with Town and Country Days, and then our Night to Unite picnic, I just threw the fly-in on there because the city gets free food licenses now, I guess, through Stearns County.
Oh,
So we have a food license through the city for our event. Talked to Diane Cadat the other day, and she would get some volunteers from the bank because members or staff members there are required to do 16 hours of community service a year. That way, we get a couple volunteers, and that money is going to us instead of someone else.
sure. And it's not that hard to pull out a couple grills and start grilling.
So I went on a shopping spree the other day. for the,
Move we adjourn, Tom's got it covered.
All right.
There we go.
I have it's a 8-burner gas grill, fits 63 hamburgers on it because I bought it for the pork chop stand. You know, so if we did burger, hot dog, chips, pop, you're looking at, what I figure out, maybe just over $2 for a burger, chips, and pop. And you go to most fly-ins, they're $5-6.
Yeah, call it $5.
Then we're making that money off of it. So is that something we want to, you know, especially if we go with the later times, we can go with that. Shrupp said they would work with us.
Sure, they always do a good job with their pre-made burger patties.
Yep. I talked to him yesterday. I saw him, and he basically said since this is the first fly-in again, we don't know how many people are going to be there.
And they can take it back, but we
They will
don't
take it back.
use.
Wow.
That's
Yep.
perfect.
As long as we went with the quarter-pound hamburger package,
Sure.
because that's what he sells a lot of in his.
Right, that's, yeah. Well, that's a win-win deal right there.
That's a win-win, absolutely.
I think so too. I looked into the Dad's Belgian waffle thing, and on a Sunday, they have a 300 plate minimum and require 75 plates per hour minimum average, so. And they need 220 power, so I don't know if that's a limitation too, but
That
I've
we
seen
don't
a
have.
little steep and maybe a challenge.
So I don't know if we want to just go with our own.
Try it and see.
Fly-in barbecue instead.
Yeah.
Fly-in grill.
Like it.
All right. So then,
So maybe we start at
10? 9:30, 10? A little bit later?
Does that work for the pilots, I guess? Leave it up to you guys to answer that, because I know
Well, I
I've
mean-
heard, I thought a lot of them like to fly early, but.
Well, yeah, the winds are down.
it's a little bit more
Not so
calm.
bumpy.
But depending on where they're flying into from,
Mhm.
I mean, if you're flying an hour in, you're getting to the airport at 6 a.m. That's early.
Yeah.
If you go in the afternoon, you could be the second stop.
Well, yeah. I mean, someone else has their
Yeah.
breakfast. They can,
Right, hit the breakfast, take off, hit the burger on the way home.
Right.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So you thinking something like 10 to 3, 10 to 2, or?
Should we try like a 10 to 2?
Yeah, does that work with like the helicopter and the Air National Guard to get stuff in?
Yep. So I just gotta let them know times. They sent me another form because they sent me one form to fill out, but I had to fill out another form. So Ron, I'll need you to sign that one tomorrow,
Okay.
and then that one will go to the flight service or whatever, and they have to sign off on it even though it's not an air show, and then they'll.
Well, so it's gotta go to the FAA in
Yeah.
Minneapolis, okay.
So it has to be signed by the airport manager and then the FAA and then the National Guard. But they said they have nothing right now. LifeLink has nothing. And then what I'll do is with them, they have to be assigned a what they call an STAC channel for their landing. And I just put myself as the point of contact because I'll just grab my radio from the PD and be on an STAC so when they come in.
Oh, cool.
So, and right now we're on their schedule. So, I'm still waiting to hear on North Memorial. I don't know how it would work with LifeLink and North on the same ramp, but
Yeah.
That'd be a blast.
Yeah.
Right.
I told North they owe us since they used our ramp last year for how many hours when they lost an engine.
Oh.
Plus, the guy that's in charge of North Memorial Helicopter works at Centricare with me, so.
Oh, there you go.
State Patrol just needs the times, they'll put it on, see if they have any pilots assigned that day. DNR, I have not heard from yet.
Yeah, probably. Sounds like a decent plan.
I did contact Stearns County on the drones.
Okay.
He said he would not be here, but he would try to get one of his other people here, but he said he'd follow up. I don't know, maybe you can,
Oh, yep.
that's Sergeant Hamish. You probably know him.
Oh, yeah, Lieutenant Hamish.
Lieutenant now?
Yeah, he's a lieutenant.
Ooh.
And I think one of their drone pilots works day shift now, water patrol, so it might be perfect. Anything else on that?
I don't know.
Airplane rides.
Yeah, exactly.
I did ask Alexandria, they can do airplane rides for anyone. We want them to come down, it's $25 a person. They can do it that way, and then there's an EAA chapter there as well. I have not contacted the EAA chapter, other than, Craig Anderson is part of the EAA. He's up at Alexandria too, so he knows us.
Okay.
Been asking around for that.
I think that would be an excellent idea.
Well, that would go over quite well, I think.
I do too. I think $25 would.
People would be willing to pay the $25.
So,
Yep.
The last time we had the helicopter rides here during a fly-in, there was a fairly decent line. Yep.
And I've not heard from the EAA in St. Cloud yet, so I don't know if they never checked their emails or.
I'll get back with Craig then and just,
Yeah, how much of this do we want on the flyer? Because I guess if there is rides, that'd be something good to have on there.
Yep.
So we should try to confirm this stuff fairly soon.
yep,
or-
I'll get with him tomorrow.
Okay,
And then, yeah, because then we can have Kristen at the end of the week probably. Well, we could probably have Kristen tomorrow start out the flyer,
Right.
and then that's something we can always add in.
Yep.
Because the envelopes are all ready to go, we just have to stuff them. So
okay,
we're getting those mailed out to the airports.
right.
Okay. Just send that to you then? Or
Sure.
Give you a call? Okay.
Did we think we need the golf carts and drivers?
Probably can.
At least one or two for running around.
Yeah. I got a golf cart I can bring into town.
Okay,
I can bring golf cart too if you need.
2 of them?
Okay.
I know in the past, they've always asked the royalty to drive them. I don't know if that's something we want to do again, or if you have other volunteers to drive them, or...
It's always nice to get them involved.
Yeah. Do we have a contact for who's in charge of the royalty now?
Excellent question. Wish I had a good answer.
Do they have a Facebook group?
I don't know if the royalty does, but
I'm sure it'd be through the chamber, so it's...
Diane would know all that.
Diane, yes.
She's in charge of the.
Yeah.
I can't think of her name. I know who you're talking about too now. Who's with the.
I guess, I didn't get a hold of Phil with the car show. I don't know how many he has. Does anybody else?
I have not.
Okay.
that would be just show up. You don't have, we don't have registration fees. It's just,
Right, it's more of a correct.
prizes, no fees. I think be a good addition.
Were we gonna do the bounce house? Were you gonna contact people on that?
I can, yep, I work with
Okay.
them. We're gonna have room.
We'll figure it out.
Yep.
Yeah. Do we have to come up with some kind of budget for this?
Do we think that,
Or are we just gonna wing it? I mean, there shouldn't be any really expenses. Except,
I think if we know we're gonna have a lot of expenses, yes, then I think we would, but if there's not,
I don't think there's gonna be that much. Cause the food will make money. I don't think we really have to pay for anything else.
I think you guys had asked about a donation from Bolton and Mink, didn't you?
I think that was under Ron on the task here. Let's see here. So that day when I was putting in all of our events with the National Weather Service on the emergency management side, I put that event in there. So in that morning, I think at 6 o'clock, a meteorologist out of the cities will call with a briefing, and then if we have any severe weather moving in, we actually get a meteorologist assigned to us with constant updates. So if they see something, I basically put it as a 60-mile to the west. They'll start calling us so we can start getting people out of there.
Sure.
So they don't charge anything for it, and when we were entering the events for town and country days and everything else, I'm like, ah, why not? We'll do this one too. So it's kind of nice because if you're running around not paying attention,
I didn't even know they did that.
yeah, this is the second year they've done it. And it's,
I was gonna say, they must have just started it.
Yep.
I don't remember any.
yep. So it's like I said, super nice because you know we could be seeing this kind of weather. And,
Who knows what's happening out by Benson or something?
yep. So, and on Sundays they have a couple meteorologists on, and there's no other events. So basically, we'll get assigned one. So, what else? Do we want to set up another meeting in July then? And then, when do we want to start? I mean, since we're starting at what 10 now. What time do we want to meet that morning to start getting stuff ready to go? And have we talked to any of the airport tenants yet? I don't.
How many hangars do we need? 2? So do we need 2 hangars or 3?
I don't know.
And then tables and chairs?
Cause you were working on tables and
I
chairs.
had tables and
Tables
chairs,
and chairs.
yep.
So what do you think, 2 or 3 hangars? Because we got Matt, Troy, and Andy. I know all 3 of them guys real well, so I can,
Are they right in a row there?
they're all 3, 1, 2, 3.
Normally, we tried to get them all 5 of them in that row because the
The flying club, the room.
flying club, they always wanted one.
Okay.
Have they been contacted or?
You mean the RC club?
Yes. I thought Phil had done that.
I'm not sure who's involved in that anymore. Mark Pearson, but the one that I know.
I don't see him on here, so I will. But the very end hanger, number 5, is Clem Kaltoff.
Oh, yeah.
And number 4, I'll have to look. But Clem has always been here, very active in it, so.
Yeah,
he's
he's
usually-
Thumb's good.
Hung around and helped out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jaina is in charge of the royalty. Anyone know what Jaina? Jayna? I'll just tell Rachel to have her call me.
I think that's, Flanders' daughter.
I was kind of wondering if it was,
That's Barry and
Barry
Jared's
or
daughter.
Jared. Yep.
But I don't know how to get a hold of her.
Does anybody we know of have any unique plants that we would want to invite down here just to display?
It's a long shot, but I know, someone that knows Fagan.
Oh, yeah.
Can we get a
Ron
P51
Fagan.
in here, do you think?
Oh, that'd be cool. Ron's got all kinds of stuff there, though, doesn't he?
Yeah.
You know what? I thought someone said his nephew's got a hanger here now.
Oh, really?
Matt was saying something about that. I'll have to ask him. He bought, what's his name's hanger? He bought, the old guy from Richmond.
Leroy Moser?
He brought Leroy's hanger.
Chris Howard? Is that his name?
I'm not sure, but I guess he's a relation to Ron Fagan.
No, Chris has been here for a few years.
Yeah, he has a hanger on the north side.
Yeah.
He has that little.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just
about a year. And now, yeah, he definitely wanted to get on the south side, and then Leroy's hanger came up, so he jumped on it. Yeah.
Hey, you didn't even pay that bad of a price, like 20,000, 27,000, 20,000.
I didn't ask him what he paid for it.
I was out there playing with the dog the one day and we were talking about it.
But I could give Chris a call, unless you on it, if you know him.
I don't know Chris.
You don't know Chris?
Well,
that's if you
a
know
friend
someone.
from work knows Ron.
Oh, there you go. See what that,
Check.
yeah, see, 'cause he's got all kinds of stuff Ron does.
Yeah.
P51 would be pretty crazy.
When was the last one here? When did they bring in that P51?
Oh, I have no idea.
I don't think they ever did. They had planned on it one year, but then that got canceled out at the last minute, didn't it?
So the fly-in used to run in conjunction with Town and Country Days?
No,
No,
No?
no, it never did. It
Because
was talked about several times, but it never,
this is from, I don't know when this is from, but it says Town and Country Days enhanced by airport fly-in June 10th through the 11th. This was an article that they interviewed Crayons with.
I think he was talking about doing that.
Oh.
I don't recall it ever being at the same
No,
time.
I don't think it ever,
That was,
Probably ended up being canceled by weather. If it was.
942 to station. 942. Right around Parkview.
yeah, I don't know. I know there's some down in Blaine. Some unique airplanes, but I don't even know who the contact is there. And one crashed last year. Can't remember what crashed though. I'll have to do some research Wednesday.
what about, I know that Walter Morehouse's son works up at the, college up in Grand Forks, is it, or?
Yep.
You know, he was down here one year with their demo or their training. I don't know.
The
if that-
school?
Yeah, school was.
Yeah, we could contact the school and see if they want to bring one of theirs, or Mankato too has a.
Yep.
Brookings. We're gonna have all three schools here though.
I can shoot them an email tonight.
Okay.
Do NDSU, MSU, and Brookings.
Yeah, South Dakota State's got an aviation program.
St. Cloud State had to get rid of their program.
Pressure washer.
Rachel's gonna have that Jana Flanders Rupert give me a call, so hopefully she calls me tonight. We can get that set up. What else? Should we do another meeting?
I'd say absolutely.
I mean, we don't necessarily need a quorum, but at least get everyone together and then kind of come up with a schedule of events, how we're gonna do things. What time we're meeting out there, get stuff set up. And,
Phil said he was gonna be back after the 4th of July,
okay.
so.
So if we do it a month from now, we should be able to finalize a lot of stuff then. That gives us another month too. So we're literally 2 months away.
Yep.
Getting close.
It's gonna come quick.
July 15, is that? Yeah.
542 station.
Yep, July 15th.
Yep.
Copy.
That will work for me.
So far it works for me.
I think it should work for me, I gotta double check.
Yep, I'm here too.
That's good for you too, John?
Yep.
All right, we'll set it.
Alright, and then, do you wanna talk about that checking account? What do we wanna do with that? So we found the Friends of Airport account,
Oh,
and there's money in there. Don't know how much.
oh, but we don't know how much, but we know there's an account.
They can't tell me how much is in there, cause it's
Uh,
Matt Larson and Aaron Kranz, or their names are on.
Oh,
Oh, we could take care of that.
Yep.
Is that the credit union then?
Yep.
We'll have just Matt check for us.
What's it?
We'll have Matt check for us then. That's easy.
So, but is that something we wanna try to find someone to take over, and do we wanna do the Friends of the Airport, and run everything through that?
If there's
I
money.
would
in it,
think
and you gotta
that we
buy
should
burgers and
continue
buns,
that.
Why not?
mine as well. And then,
So what we
It's
never
kind
talk-
of a headache if we run everything through city
Yep.
hall here, it's
Yeah.
more work.
So we have to have Matt change the names over for us.
Yep, we'd have to have two people, and so Matt and Aaron would both have to be there. Diane said, and then we'd have to have two people just to do all of them. So whoever wants to do that,
We can do it next week when I get back.
okay,
Tom and, unless, it doesn't matter to me who does it.
doesn't matter. Do you wanna do it?
I can.
Okay.
I'm mostly around, so.
If you guys wanna meet up, get a hold, if you wanna get a hold of Matt.
I'll get a hold of
Aaron.
Matt and Aaron and then we'll meet, I'll call Diane, we'll set up and then I'll get John's numbers and stay in touch.
Cause yeah, if we're gonna do this, and we might as well take advantage of that.
take advantage of the money, plus if we do it as a Friends of the Airport, you don't have to worry about the city
Auditors
budget
and-
and auditors and hosting meetings and, you know, not that that's a bad thing, but I mean.
And like I
it's
said,
just-
Diane couldn't tell me how much money was in there, but the way it sounds, it's not like 20, 30 bucks. It's higher than that. So
Couple hundred or something,
Yeah.
at least enough to buy buns and ketchup and
Yeah.
mustard. So how many hangers do we need? I can make the three, I don't know who has hanger 4 and 5. Well, I guess I know, yeah.
Yeah, Clem calls up
Okay,
for
Clem.
fun.
So I can get hold of Clem.
I'll get a hold of number 4 or else I
It's
could,
number 4.
I'll have to look.
So yeah,
Troy Codwell, isn't he on that side?
He has 2. It's
Oh,
Matt
Troy
has
has 2.
1, Troy has 2, Andy has 3. That's in the old hangar. I don't know who's. I thought Clem was further down at the very end of the big hangar.
Clem's in 5.
Okay. I think I might have Clem's now.
I can go look quick as soon as we're done here.
Yeah, I was thinking there was a guy from Eden Valley that had a Taylor Craft in one of them hangars. Well,
Jeremy Bredker,
there you go. Is he in 4?
but he's in 4.
Okay.
Let me verify that.
Rutger?
That's-
Do you have his phone number then too?
Yep.
Okay. Whenever Carb comes the number from you too. I'll give them guys a call.
Sure.
So tomorrow, if we hear about the plane rides, I think we can start getting,
Don't forget the flyer.
you know, and just make it pretty generic. I mean, until we can find, you know, we can always add stuff. But I mean, looking at these, I mean, yeah, some of them have, you know, that's more of an air show, but otherwise it's basically just pancake breakfast, classic cars on display, RC demonstrations. And we can get that rolling. Alright, anything else? Do we have to make a motion to adjourn the meeting or no?
No.
No?
If we're out of business, you can just let us go.
We can go.
You all right?
Where we're going, I don't know.
Yeah.
I know where I'm going.
I should go check the trailer, see how